Project Alloy is progressing very well. For many of you, you've heard us talk about Project Alloy at our developer conference in the middle of 2016. Now, VR today requires a fairly complex setup. You have one in front of you today. It requires sensors to understand where you're at. It requires a tether back to a pretty high performance computer. We want to simplify all of that. So let's take a look at this. This is our all-in-one merged reality system that we call Project Alloy. It's an immersive experience, and thanks to Intel RealSense technology, everything is in the headset itself. You need no other setup. You simply put this on, turn it on, and you're ready to go. On this headset, we have 2 RealSense cameras built in. We have integrated computing built into the system, vision accelerators, and the battery, all in this weight-balanced, comfortable, untethered, all-in-one headset. We believe that the future of virtual reality is here, and that the possibilities are endless for what Alloy can deliver. So this is the system, but I think it's best to actually see the system at work. So what I'd like to do right now is welcome Chuck on stage to show us just how the technology is progressing.
Hey Brian, how's it going?
Good, Chuck. Hey, so maybe you could tell us a little bit about how Project Alloy is progressing and what's new.
So Project Alloy has made some huge strides since we last showed it at IDF. So, like take a look at the room behind us here. It's like a typical living room you'd have in your house or your apartment. Now, the first thing I want you to notice, there's no sensors in that room. Those of you who have played VR before, typically you even have laser sensors in the corner or tracking cameras just like you have in tables in front of you. But with Project Alloy, we have seamless tracking built right into the headset. So no needed extra hardware. Now, also take a look, no cables attached to them. So playing is completely untethered, they're able to move around the room freely, not tied to their computer. Now, we've already scanned the living room. You can see it on the computer, on the screen above us. So, Eli and Jan, can you start the game and we're going to convert this living room into something a little bit more, I don't know, entertaining. So now you can see the sofas, the chairs, the bookcases, those are all going to go away. We're going to get radar, we're going to get armor bunkers, we're going to get shield generators, we're going to get plasma power supplies. All that comes into the living room, making our gaming experience much more immersive. Who wants to shoot over their couch, right? So pretty soon you're going to see those walls, which were walls, those go away. Now we have a great sky view. Now we're truly in a gaming environment that took us completely out of our living room.
So now this is a gaming environment that is typically what I'm used to.
Exactly. This is a great gaming environment. And they're able to play. Pretty soon you can see the spaceships coming here. They're going to shoot them down. But notice they're able to still walk around the living room. They're able to hide behind the couch, which is no longer a couch. It's now a bunker. We're able to shoot the aliens or the spaceships. And yet we have this big gaming experience in our living room, but still the room becomes part of our gaming experience.
And unlike normal virtual reality, they're able to see each other, which I think is brings it immersive. It brings you in with your player.
Yeah, we're no longer isolated just in our own game by ourselves. And we also have multiple points of view. We have the overhead view, plus we have the experience of seeing it from the gamer's perspective.
Wow. Okay, thanks a lot, Chuck. This is great. I really appreciate you coming out and showing us where Project Alloy is and the progress you've made.
Thanks, Brian.
So we're genuinely excited about Project Alloy, where this takes virtual reality. It takes a lot of the questions people have about I'm isolated, or how do I interact with the real world? I'm tethered. All of those things go around. It allows your surroundings to become part of the gaming, and the system can work both ways. In this case, we brought the real world into virtual world, and then transform the real world. You can also look through the system and take the real world and put a virtual world in it. So you could have taken one of those aliens and had them sitting on your couch and talking to you. Now what many people don't know is my living room looks like that bunker. My wife just always is complaining about it all the time. So today I'm excited to announce that we're planning to productize Project Alloy by Q4 of 2017 with some of our top OEM partners. We're committed to really making Project Alloy an open platform. And as we announced in the developer conference in 2016, we're allowing anybody who wants to build on this hardware to build. We will give the instructions, the software, everything. Whatever anybody needs to build and manufacture these systems, we want to see this because we believe it really brings that creativity and those experiences to where they need to be. And it's powered by the compute. Finally, we're also excited to share that the Hype VR that we saw earlier with the travel experience at the Vietnam waterfall will be brought to the Project Alloy as well later this year. So all of the experiences, whether it's been sports or the gaming experience or the travel experiences, will all be brought to Project Alloy as well as things like the Gear VR, the traditional systems like Gear VR and Oculus and HTC. Now, seeing this demonstration is fun, and it's nice to see it up here in a controlled environment, but I'm a firm believer that to make this system real, you really have to have your own access to it. So I'm going to invite all of you, you all have a VIP invitation to come to the Skybox on the second floor of the Intel booth on the floor at CES. You can put on Project Alloy yourself, and you can experience merged reality, real time. I think this will be the first time a large audience like this gets access to the technology. We just finished, like I said, the first development models back in the summer. You'll see how we've progressed, and you'll see now what we have and how far we can go by the end of this year working with our partners.